Hi everyone, Firstborn 5 Meteorologist Melissa Meeder here on our Thursday afternoon, the first official day of spring, and may not feeling as spring-like as we would like it to, but hey, at least we don't have the chance for snow today. We do have some sunshine out there at this point. It is looking nice from our tower cam. Temperatures, though, are a little bit on the chilly side. What we are going to go over for the next couple of days is new first warns that are in the forecast, and that's going to be in the latter part of this week. So we're talking about the weekend. We're going to start Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then go piece by piece by piece of what we can expect for those days. So the good news is that we are expecting a warm up. So we are going to be in the 60s pretty much for the rest of the week after today. So Friday, we're going to be windy for the most part. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover. Temperatures will be in the mid 60s, around 64, so feeling warmer than today. There's a small chance for some isolated rain showers. That's mainly towards the north, but can't rule out one here in the evening hours. But I think most of us should remain dry. Better chances for rain and thunderstorm activity, that comes late Saturday. So Saturday, for the most part, is going to be pretty dry. There will be some cloud cover. The thing that we're going to see over the next couple of days is clouds. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer, around 66 degrees. And then by the time we get to Sunday morning, lingering rain and thunderstorm chances. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler in the lower 60s. So first warns in place for our Saturday and Sunday. We had one on Sunday as of the last couple of days, but we just added a new one for Saturday this morning. So let's kind of go chronological here, what to expect. Let's take a look at Friday. Friday starts off a little bit on the cloudy side, and then eventually we'll probably see some clearing by the afternoon. If you look up towards the north for the late evening, or I should say late afternoon and into the evening hours, some spotty light rain showers by 6 o'clock in our northern areas, and that kind of darts towards the southeast, but looks like it remains pretty much north of I-70, So I think here in the metro, most of us should be dry, but if this gets a little bit further south, maybe a little bit of light sprinkle activity, light rain shower activity is going to be possible for your Friday evening. Doesn't look like that right now. We're leaving it at a 20% chance with the acknowledgement that it looks like it's pretty much going to be to our northern areas. It's also going to be windy for our Friday. Not as windy as it was, of course, yesterday, but we could still see some gusts between about 25 to 35 miles an hour for our Friday. Sustained winds around 15 to 20. So while we will be a little bit warmer, things are going to be windy. Cloud cover will be here and there, and maybe the isolated chance for a shower. When we get to Saturday, Saturday does have the potential for severe weather. We've got a level 1 out of 5 risk along I-70, along the 435 loop, and points south. So this is for basically the southern half of our area. While it says Saturday, this is really Saturday night and into Sunday morning. The main threat for severe weather is level 1 out of 5, highlighted in that green. That means a few isolated strong to severe storms are possible. The main threat or hazard with the severe weather is going to be some quarter-sized hail, but also winds, as well as some pockets of heavy rainfall if you get caught underneath these thunderstorms. We'll take a look at that in a second. But here's what radar could look like for our Saturday into Sunday. Keep in mind, this is our shorter range model because we can at least get out till 7 a.m. on Sunday. So it's going to end a little bit early. Our longer range models have a lot more. They're not as high resolution though. So that's why we still have that chance for rain later lingering in the morning on Sunday. You'll see what I mean when we get here. So here we are, Saturday evening. Cloud cover is around. And then by the time the sun goes down, 8, 9 o'clock, we'll start to see some rain and isolated thunderstorm activity form south of I-70, mainly along our southern border first, and then lift up towards the north. So by about 10, 11 o'clock in the 10, 11 o'clock p.m., let's back this up a little bit. So by 9, 10 o'clock, we'll start to see that rain and thunderstorm activity along I-70. Kind of hangs out there through the overnight, and then south of that through the early morning hours on Sunday. The farthest we could take this out is Sunday at 7 a.m. Looks like this is pretty much wrapped up. However, our longer range models still keep activity around, and so therefore we still have the first warn in place for our Sunday. along with the chance for some rain activity. We should get more clear details on when this will be wrapping up on Sunday by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, when we're going to be in better kind of capability to see some high resolution data to really fine tune the timing when we get to Sunday. Sunday's just a little bit too far out for us to see on high resolution models at this point. So I mentioned the possibility within those thunderstorms to maybe see some pockets of heavy rainfall. And we are generally seeing this along and south of I-70, which makes sense for the potential for rain and thunderstorm activity being along and south of I-70 and that severe weather threat. So at this point, it looks like maybe a tenth to about a quarter of an inch isolated areas of 3/4, but really probably between about a quarter to 3/4 of an inch south of I-70. Along I-70 looks like a little bit less, maybe between like a tenth and a quarter. So could see some pockets of heavy rainfall in that. We need rainfall, so hopefully we get some from this system. Now, right now, we're looking at temperatures similar to yesterday at this time. It's 47 at KCI, 48 downtown, Olathe Lee Summit. Unfortunately, got a little bit of a breeze, so some of us feeling like the 30s and 40s. Others are a little bit luckier, feeling like the 50s in our southwestern areas. So it is a little bit of a cool start to spring for today, but we'll take it over those snow flurries and snow showers we had last night. For the rest of this afternoon into this evening, I think we eventually make it up to 50 degrees, maybe 52 by 6 o'clock, and then we're looking at temperatures falling back into the 40s. We're not going to be as chilly to start off tomorrow. As you do notice, we're going to have cloud cover move in, so that's going to, keep those temperatures at bay. So we're looking at mainly 40s for our morning low temperatures, 40 in Kansas City, and then we'll see those temperatures climb up into the 60s by the afternoon with decreasing cloud cover for that afternoon time frame before we start to see a little bit more cloud cover built in for the dinner time hours. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Small chance for rain on Friday. Late chance for rain and thunderstorm activity Saturday night into Sunday morning. Temperatures in the 60s. And you know what? We're basically going to be in the 60s pretty much for the next 7 days. Monday, Tuesday, from 60 to the upper 60s. Partly cloudy conditions will be dry. Dry Wednesday as well. Temperatures in the mid-60s. And then we look like we build back into around 70 degrees by the time Thursday afternoon rolls around. Small chance for some rain. So really, temperatures not too shabby once we get past today. 60s and 70s. Our average is around 57, 58 within this time frame. So we'll take above average temperatures once again. And looks like low temperatures for the most part going forward will be just above freezing and into the 40s. So we're feeling a little bit more spring-like with this 7-day forecast. The good news is we're not seeing any snow chances on this forecast either. So that is what you can expect over the next couple of days. Myself, Chief Meteorologist Luke Doris, are going to be with you for the rest of this evening. We will be on at 4 p.m., 5 o'clock, and then again tonight at 11 o'clock. We hope you join us. I hope everybody has a wonderful first day of spring and then has a wonderful weekend as well. I'll leave you with this beautiful view of our city. Have a great day.